right, what did we just buy?
What the heck did we just buy? It is Friday, May something. What the heck is today's date? May 19th already. We cruised through our weekly properties. We got a bunch of mulch jobs done this week. We did a bunch of trimming jobs and a bunch of planting jobs for annuals and stuff. So today we're kind of putzing around fixing stuff. You guys already saw the video of all the trucks we bought the week before. We're getting going on those. We're titling them and working out the kinks and stuff. We're gonna get ready to resell them, but we just picked up this thing. What is this, Jim? That's the Toro Multiforce.
Yeah, the Toro, it's a Toro Versa Vac, which is we don't fully know what it is, but we do. We did a research a little bit. It's a leaf vacuum system for like a 3-point hitch if you tow it with a tractor or something, and it has like not a mower deck, but it has like a broom deck on the bottom. I guess it's for sweeping large fields or golf course or turf field or something like that. Pick up the leaves from the bottom, and then there's an impeller, and I guess it shoots it up into the dump body, and it's a dumping hydraulic, what is it, hydraulic, right? It's
a hydraulic dump. There's
hydraulic
no engines on it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's all PTO driven. You got your hydraulic levers. We're going to show you guys a little close-up as we get home, but we saw it popped up and we were kind of interested in it, and we thought it went for a good deal for what we think it's worth. But yeah,
it popped up real quick on the auction site. We logged in just to check to see what the upcoming weekend stuff was. It was a Wednesday, right? It was Wednesday night, and we were just checking and had 5 minutes left to bid, and the bid was pretty low. We said, this thing has to be worth something. There's only a few YouTube videos, and they're from like another country, and they're not in English, so we don't really understand what the titles were saying or what the description was on it. But we know how it works. Tractor, there's a pin that basically hooks the trailer up, and then it runs the it's all hydraulic. Hydraulic reservoir, hydraulic pump and motor and everything. I don't know, it looks like it's in really, really good shape. It's a 2007. We did the quickest search we possibly could and found one that recently sold for $15,000, and that these things go for over 30 grand new. And then we're finding some crappy ones that needed paint and restoration go for 2 to 3 grand. And this thing's in really, really good shape. It looks like the belts jumped off, and they took the cover off, and the 3 new belts were hanging on the side, and it was almost like they abandoned it because it doesn't have to run. There's no engine for it to run. It's just hydraulics. Unless the whole hydraulic system is screwed, I highly doubt that that's the case. But we're gonna we brought the Toro because these bidding sites say like loading, shipping, it's all on you guys. We can't help with anything, all for liability reasons. They can't help you load it. So we brought the Toro Multiforce to raise up the front end of the Toro Versa Vac thing we just got, to so we could winch it onto the trailer, because the front end, 2 people couldn't even budge it. That's how heavy it is. The guy was nice enough to take the forklift and just raise it up high enough so we could get it over the lip of the trailer, but it's loaded up. Past couple days we've been biting our nails a little bit if we paid too much for it, but I really don't think we did. I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's a cool machine. I think there's some profit left and whatnot, but anyways, let's go home. And
let's get home, we'll unload it, and then we'll see what it is. We'll open up the dump body. We kind of did there. We didn't want to talk too much when we were there, but it looks really, really clean. So we'll see what it really looks like when we get it unloaded. All right, everyone, here we are back at the house. Look at this thing. What the heck did we just get? You guys saw a little bit of it getting loaded up, but here we are to talk about it. This is a Toro. It's a 2007. It's a Versa Vac. We got our Toro in the bed of the truck. We thought we needed that to get this up the lip of the trailer. As you can see, we used the winch to pull it up. But anyway, this is a self-contained dumping unit. It basically has like a mowing deck under here, but it has bristles instead of mower blades. And it's used for specifically sucking up debris, like pine needles, I guess, probably pine cones, and definitely leaves. The only videos we've really seen on YouTube is this thing. It gets hooked up to a tractor of some sort, and it runs the PTO shaft, which is missing, up to this thing, which will then in turn turn the hydraulics, which has the big, it's basically like a big giant leaf loader. There's no engine, but it's all hydraulics, as you can see here. There's like a little platform here. I guess when you're on your tractor, you can either turn around, I guess, if you're sitting in your seat to reach these, or just reach it in general. But once it's hooked up, everything's hydraulic powered, except for, well, it's hydraulic powered once the PTO is turned. Is that what I'm trying to call it? The PT? It's not a PTO. It's a
Well, I guess the drive shaft is coming off a PTO on whatever machine.
onto this, which spins this giant pulley, which runs the blades.
Yeah, you can see
the
it.
big blower housing, like our leaf loaders do, but except there'd be an engine here.
Yeah.
And then in turn, is hooked up to the hydraulic reservoir, which runs everything else.
There's a piston to lift up the deck, right?
Yeah. So we'll show the controls right here.
Yeah.
This will turn the bristles underneath the, we want to call it a mower deck, but the deck platform underneath has bristles. This will turn the bristles on. This one will turn on the blower housing. And then this one will raise and lower the actual deck itself. It's got like it's like a snowplow almost. It's got a piston on each side.
And then is it hooked up to the
chain down to the mower deck.
Here. Okay.
And then there's the one more, opens up the back rear door of the dumper and dumps the machine. It'll open as you're dumping it, which is kind of cool. It's almost like a vacuum cleaner.
I was gonna say that.
It's got this thing which seems strong, but if you put a stick through this, it's not really gonna, I think you're gonna blow a hole right through this thing. Everything sucks up through here, goes through this bag platform thing and up into the chute, gets chipped up and shot back into the back of the dump body. Immediate thoughts were, hey, let's put our 31 horsepower freight and leaf sucker, get it off of the trailer and put it on this thing and tow it, but you can't because it's a these are low speed tires. It's just for properties, basically golf courses is what they would use this for. We saw it on an auction site. We're not going to tell you guys what we paid. We'd love to hear what your guys' opinions are. We'll tell you, we know for a fact one sold December 13th, 2022, after the fall season. Sold online for $15,000, and it looked exactly like this. We're gonna have to get a PTO drive shaft. We know we're missing that, but other than that,
and maybe a few belts.
And a few belts, and that's it. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't look like they really used it very much. I'd say it's a 2007, so it's 16 years old. But I mean, even the hinges where you dump, the paint should be worn out, and it's not. Underneath, a little bit rusted in spots, like surface rust from sitting. I can pull this open, I think.
Just a little bit. There's still some stuff in it, actually. Yeah. Here, let me just sneak the camera up.
I don't want to lose my finger.
Yeah, see, so that's what it looks like up in there. There we go. Yeah, it's got these big old tires on them, turf tires, I guess.
Yep. I mean, look at this. The paint, all the hinges and everything, it's solid. The bolts have no rust on them.
Yeah.
We need air in our tires.
Yeah, and just look how clean the whole frame is. Yeah. And the stickers are all there.
It looks like they used it for a season or two, and maybe the tractor broke and they said, screw it. Or maybe stand-on blowers came out or whatever. But likewise, here's a chain with the hydraulic piston that runs both sides. That'll lift this whole housing up for transport. I guarantee you we could somehow put a motor on the front of this to run this.
That would be cool.
And then it wouldn't need.
You don't need the hitch or the PTO.
Then once again, this is strong, and then we wouldn't even need this thing.
You could almost hook this up to a quad with the regular hitch.
We'll show this once we get it going. But here's the door for adding the hose attachment.
Yeah.
That comes off to the side, because obviously this is where the suction comes from, down low, versus coming out this way.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the bristles down through here, and you can see the fan in here.
Let me see.
Look at it. The paint is still here.
Oh yeah, there's all the bristles are way down there. It
looks like it was hardly used.
That's
and I'm
cool.
assuming you put this here while you're using your hose. And this goes back on when you're not using your hose. It's a self-contained unit, runs off of hydraulics. There's no engines on this other than the engine on your tractor that you need to tow this. We got it for a good price. Once again, take a guess down below in the comments what you think we got it for. And we saw one sell for 15 grand on eBay, and the same, maybe not eBay, it was an auction site. Same condition as this, except it had the belts put together, which we're going to do.
Put the belts together. And actually, I'm noticing this is actually the pump.
Okay.
So this must be for just a fan? I don't know.
So this belt runs off of this tensioner, which runs off of this one.
Probably.
Which then this one has 4 that runs down to this.
Yeah.
See? These 4
Yeah.
run down to these 4, and then these 2 run over to
Oh,
these 2.
I see. Oh, that makes sense.
So there's
okay.
6 belts.
Yeah. Okay.
We put them in the truck or whatever, but
It's a pretty neat machine.
The paint is still sort of on there.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really. I mean, why not just get rid of this right here and put a motor?
Yeah.
And switch the axles or whatever, the wheel for leaf season.
Yep.
It's got to be worth more than what we paid. That's why we specifically bought it. Yeah, it's a spring rush. You guys are probably wondering, are you guys more mechanics and landscapers? No. We're probably putting in about 4 days right now, 10 hours a day or so. We're still putting in our 40 hours and getting all the lawns cut and all the mulch jobs done and all the trimming jobs, etc., etc. But once May is over, it tends to slow down a little bit in the summertime. We still have our weekly accounts. We get mulch jobs here or there, some pop-up cleanups, some random stuff. And it just stinks. I don't think this year people are spending very much money. We did our one big paver job, retaining wall, and other than that, we've been putting bids out like crazy for jobs. People are ending up saying they're going to do it in a couple years. So our Fridays through Sundays kind of look like this. We're just looking for stuff to buy and sell. If anybody's interested in this, the only videos, like we said, were in like Europe or somewhere else in the world. Not very many videos. They were 15 seconds long. If anyone take a guess what you think we paid for it, what you think it's worth, and what we could possibly convert it to if we decide to keep it, which we're probably not going to keep it. We're going to just send it on its way.
And if we don't keep it, somebody else can take that idea and stick a motor on it and run with it and use this. This could be a really good leaf machine. The impeller fan is huge.
I mean, if you have a golf course, or even if you have like 10 or 20 acres of property, you need to clean the leaves up, get a stand-on blower. But if you already have a tractor and you can tow this thing, and it's probably 60 inches wide, maybe 72, and you drive and it picks the leaves up, and you could do your whole 20-acre property in a couple hours by just sucking the leaves up, maybe it's for you. I don't see this being any benefit on properties like this where it's hilly, and the weight of this behind you, it's probably just for flat, big, large golf courses or flat pieces of property. But I don't know. That'll wrap this video up. It really wasn't that bad to get this thing on the trailer. Yeah, we were winching it up with our Harbor Freight winch, which has been working. I think we're on year 4. We mounted it as soon as I bought this trailer. It pulls it no problem, but the pintle hitch was getting stuck in the grooves on the back of the trailer. So we brought the Toro Multi-Force to possibly just lift it up, but the guys were nice enough at the yard to use their forklift and pick the front end up. So thank you to them. Who knows, they might be watching the video because they saw the YouTube on the truck. Other than that, 2007 Toro Versa Vac, 72-inch sucking blower thing. I don't know.
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So we'll end it on that. Let us know what you guys thought of this video. And if you're new to the channel, stay tuned, because you saw all those trucks in the previous video that were bought at an auction too. We're going to be working on them and selling them and flipping them. That'll wrap it up for this one. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Depending on when you're watching this, we'll see you in the next one.